Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a request tarot reading since we found out very recently that another MONSTA member is going to enlist, I believe by the end of this month, and it's about MONSTA Joohoney. So yes, I'm going to pull cards for him. I usually do it like this for idols that are about to enlist, because I don't pull cards for them when they are in the military, out of respect for them, because they are not working. So I find it like that is to understand that this is a personal duty, this is them as a citizen, and we shouldn't like be bothering their energies putting cards for them while while they are away from the idol duty. So yes, let's begin with the cards that he got. I hope that the sound of the rain in my ceiling doesn't like interrupt the audio that much, because it's raining pretty hard. But yeah, probably I can give you some rainy sounds in the background. So yes, let's begin. He got the Wheel of Fortune, Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Three of Wands, and Eight of Wands. And from the Oracle, he got the card of Saturn in Virgo, Isolation. So yeah, I think that yes, definitely things are moving very, very fast. Probably he knew about this this change of circumstances. Like the Wheel of Fortune is like, okay, like somehow like, when you think that you have time, but time passes and passes very quickly, especially when you're busy, and it's like, okay, the day has come. So I think that for Joohoney, there's a sense of him trying to integrate this change. I think that he is moving. He's moving his body. He's doing what he has to do. He's been very responsible, also adapting to whatever comes up. Using his very his ability to be flexible. I feel that he's trying to not think too much about it. I didn't get cards of emotions or overthinking. I definitely, but here with the Four of Cups, I believe that there's like a meaning behind, why he's like, okay, doing everything that he has to do, adapting, and just going with the flow, basically. I think that there's something about his nature that lets me know that this year, it had been a very weird year for him, emotionally. Like he had been feeling very apathic, and probably things that used to excite him very much, all of the sudden it seems like he's a bit numb to certain things about being an idol or about being in the spotlight. I think that when it comes to the military, he doesn't have any. He feels a sort of emptiness. I don't know if he's numb because of how shocked he is by the news, and he prefers to not overreact, so he acts indifferent to it. He acts like, and probably also to the fans, he's going to give this very reassuring message that he's okay and that he's going to be okay. And he's not going to show any kind of vulnerability, nor, emotionality, or, excessive worrying. So I think that if the fans are worried about him, don't be, because actually I believe that this experience maybe can help him get out of this numb state, of him feeling apathic towards life in general, or possibly towards his connection with others. Um, I think that somehow things and interactions with others had been feeling very superficial, or him not being able or not being in the mood to connect with others in the industry, somehow to not, you know, not feeling very identified with the role that he has to play sometimes in front of cameras. He's a very complex individual, Joohoney. Definitely for me, reading for him, even though I sense that he's very responsible and that he will try his best always, and he wants to improve himself and be a better version. There's something about his nature that is a bit like I don't know if he feels nostalgic, or if sometimes for him to connect emotionally with things, he either cares too much or he doesn't care at all. So there's like an imbalance, in the way he processes emotions. And here with the Four of Cups, I sense a bit of boredom in his life in general. Him feeling bored, maybe because of, responsibilities and routine, and all of the steps that he has to follow to keep working. Probably he's someone that he wishes he could do things different, and be more wild or be more free. But for me, when I read for him, I sense that he hides something. Like he doesn't show, at least in the cards, he doesn't show his vulnerability or who he really is. And I think that probably there's a sense of him also maybe wanting to find out who he really is outside of being all these years in the industry, him trying to connect with his individuality and his own persona, his own self. And I think that the military can be a good experience for him to do so, to somehow like to not sit and just contemplate life, life or events passing in front of his eyes. I think that he's going to do very well when it comes to physical. I don't know if he's going what role he's going to play, but I sense a lot of actions, and probably him moving to another province. Like I don't know if the place that he's going to be serving is not going to be in Seoul. Probably it's going to be in another province or something like that. But I think that for him it's going to be very very eye-opening. I think that he needs to get out of this industry a bit, because I feel like he just he had been feeling very like he doesn't belong, and that for him to keep belonging to the industry, he has to lie to himself. And he doesn't want to do that. There's a part of him that he's a very passionate person, but I'm like, where is the passion in this anymore? And also when I see the Two of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune at the beginning of the reading, I don't know why I feel like, as if, the sort of dance that the character in the Two of Pentacles does. It seems like they are walking on shells, on eggshells, and I think that that's how he feels when he has to be part of the music industry, that he has to watch out for every move, that he has to adapt to other people's moods, or he has to adapt to, I don't know, interacting with other people. So he loses himself a bit. And sometimes for him to having to restrict I don't know if he got criticism in the past about the way he said things or how he communicates with others. It's like, yes, I have the power of communication. I am a great communicator, but people are so sensitive these days that I have to watch out for everything I do on camera, or if someone is recording me, or if there's like a live stream, or if there's any sort of interaction. I have to watch out for everything I do because there's a lot of sensitivity in the air. And he just wants to be his raw self. Probably he has also some anger issues, something that he has a very passionate side that he wants to explore more of that, and probably having the opportunity to let it out, to let out some passion. And I think that if in this military enlistment he has the possibility to do some activities that demand of him to put effort, to put strength, to put physical energy, I think he's going to heal himself, and his perception towards life is going to change, and he's going to connect with passion again, with his passion self, with his passionate self. I think that this is very important for him. Also with the Eight of Wands, I don't know if he could also have also a change, or a sudden news is going to arrive to also his staying in there. So he's going to, I don't know if he's going to be changed, like he's thinking like, oh, I'm going to this place to do this, but then news comes and he's going to be with other people. And I think that these news are going to be very good, actually, very positive. But yes, sudden news that could change a bit the course of, where he's going to go or what he's going to be doing. But he's going out there. I think that he needs this. He needs to get out of the idol bubble. He definitely needs, because I think that he had become a bit numb to not overreact, or to not get sensitive himself, because he's like, okay, and nowadays everyone gets cancelled, or you say or do something, and and you are suddenly involved in a scandal. So there's a sense of him feeling like he's losing himself, and probably he's right, but yeah, when it comes to his experience in the military, I get the card of isolation. So definitely for him, I cannot say that always is going to be fun for him. I sense that he is going to be a chance for him to isolate himself, to have a me time, a moment for himself, a moment to put his body to work, to be busy with a lot of things, but not overwhelmed. But I think that he needs to isolate himself. I think that he needs a sort of detox. So I think that the military is going to feel lonely from time to time, or probably here with the isolation, there's a sense that, he probably will separate himself from others, especially when he's feeling a bit sensitive. So probably if the fans wants to reach out to him or want him to communicate more often, he will be a bit isolated, he will be a bit like apart, like separated from the rest. But this is a personal decision, this is how he's going to transit this change. Him going to do what he has to do, not talking that much about it, not being exposed out there, and that doesn't mean that he's not doing okay. That means that he needs that moment of isolation. He needs that to recharge energies. And I think that also here is very interesting, because this card is below the Four of Cups. So this is definitely like a self-defense mechanism that he has to somehow hide that probably, he doesn't want to share that much about how this impacts in him. Probably he has been going through something personal, a bit of insatisfaction in his life. So, but he is not in the mood of sharing. This is why this is not a sad state. This is not something that he's like, oh, I'm so sad, this is why I'm isolating myself. No, this is more about him probably taking the responsibility of like, okay, this is a private issue of mine. This is an issue that I have with myself. Like, I have to fix this on my own. So let me be. Please give me room, give me space so I can keep working on myself. So, yes, definitely. Um, I feel like he's going to do very well, that the military is going to do him very well. It's going to expand his vision. But yeah, definitely he needs to isolate himself a little bit to concentrate on the task. And yes, to maybe while he is serving, he's going to also connect with his passion again, with his very raw side that wants to come out, and he just is just tired of having to disguise himself behind a mask because of fear of criticism. So probably the military is going to be very healing. He's going to be busy. He's going to be okay. He's going to be motivated. He's also very much focused on on doing the task right, of learning new things. So yeah, he's going to be very, very busy and very motivated. So don't worry about him. Okay, guys, this is all I have for Joohoney. I hope that you enjoyed it. And if you are a fan of him, a fan of the group, I would appreciate your feedback. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.